generation, they've come and they've gone. They've done their part. But one thing or the other stopped them. One thing or the other stopped those generations. But when it gets to our own generation, God said, no, these are prevailers. He said, don't deal. If Jesus, our firstborn, did that, then we ought to do the same thing. So we have no excuse of not prevailing in every area of our life. We have no excuse not to prevail over darkness. We have no excuse. If Jesus prevailed 1 down to 17, thereabout, he said, these are the generation. These are the generation of Jesus. Meaning these are the people that have gone ahead Jesus. But none prevailed. None of them prevailed, sir. Both Abraham, all down to the generation of David. Now, none of them prevailed, sir. One thing or the other become a stopping block, an hindrance for them to launch out to the next generation. Because every generation ought to pass a baton to the next generation. Only Jesus passed a baton and let the baton that remain in his generation. Other generation, their baton were missing along the line. It takes God to raise somebody to go and look for it again. But none of them passed direct baton to the next generation. None. Whatsoever they have as a baton is hanging. Is either they were caught up on the way, and that baton will be missing. Either the baton is left in captivity or is left with the enemy. But only Jesus took the baton. He did not leave it in the hands of the enemy. He passed it over in the hands of men. Only Jesus. So that means our generation is the most luckiest or most privileged generation that has the real baton in our hands. What we need to run with, the vision of God concerning the earth, is in our hands. So Jesus prevailed. You must prevail. Bible says, well, how can we prevail? Or what gives us the assurance that we are prevailers? Bible speaking in the book of Revelation chapter 5. Bible said, from verse 3. Bible said, when John looked around, John said, I looked that there is no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth. So there are men under the earth able to prevail. No one of them prevailed in their generation. John said there is no one. Do you know why there's no one? Who are the no one John was referring to? He was referring to the generation of Abraham, generation of David, because they are 14 generations. None of the generation prevail to the next generation. None. That's why John was lamenting. He said when he went to heaven, he saw the record of all the generation that has passed through the surface of